Okay. Hello, Noctu. How are you?
I'm not
Nói
good.
to, nói to lên con nhé, vẫn ốm hả? She was sick last week.
Sorry, who was sick?
Yeah, Ngọc Tú, he was sick.
Oh, Noctu was sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Noctu. How are you feeling now?
I feel hard to breathe.
Ah, no good.
And my body always cold.
Right.
Oh.
Wow, sounds like the flu or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I hope you are feeling better soon.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. So Trami. So Trami was telling me, Mrs. Ha, that she went to the cafe to see some Christmas decorations, and she saw a Christmas tree, and she also saw a ring bell.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So what is a ring bell? I'm trying to work out what she is talking about.
Ring bell, that means
A ring bell.
Cái quả chuông vàng vàng ấy ạ.
Oh, there's some like the bell hanging on the trees.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
hanging
yeah.
on the tree. Okay. I understand.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in English, I think, Trami, you just call that a bell, just a bell.
Yes. No need to call it like a ring bell.
That's correct. Yeah.
That is very simple. There is a ring. There is a bell, not a ring.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
a ring bell. That's right. Does that make sense, Trami?
Yes.
Yeah. Just call any bell. You just call it a bell.
That's
A bell.
a bell.
Yeah, because all bells ring, of course.
Chả mi
all
xinh thế.
bells ring. Okay, that's good. Knock 2, did you watch the football this morning?
Yes, I watch football, but I don't know what Frank Viet.
I didn't.
I didn't watch Frank in England. I just watched Portugal and Morocco.
Ah, okay, and Morocco won, didn't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am a Messi fan, so I were happy.
Right, that's good. That's good. I watched England France, knock 2.
I'm so sick and I can't.
Yeah, you were sick, of course, and it was late. Yeah, very early in the morning for you. I know, very early in the morning. But as you probably heard, France won, and I think France deserved to win. I think they were a little bit better than England. A little bit better.
Miss Spain at late. I can miss Spain. Miss Spain.
Right. They missed a penalty. That's right. That's right. But they didn't have any. They didn't really have any good shots at goal. England, not really.
Yes.
Whereas France had 2 good shots.
Mbappe is good.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Duknia. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Wow, your picture is very clear today, Duknia. The connection is very good. Very good. Okay. Hello, Bao Lin. Bao Lin.
Bật ấy lên con ơi, Bảo Linh ơi.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Bao Lin. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Actually, I can see and hear you better this week. That's good. Okay. Hello, Fung Ni.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. Hello, Jalin. Hello, Jalin.
Linh nói to lên con ơi.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Jalin?
I'm good.
Good. Have you had a good week?
Yes, I think yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Mrs. Ha, I think we will start. Is there anybody not coming to class today?
No one.
No one's told you.
Yeah, no one told me anything.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, everyone. For our speaking exercise today, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you all to answer this for me. I will start with you, Trami. Okay. Okay. I will give you a few seconds to think about this. This is the question. If you won $1 million, Trami, if you won $1 million, what are 3 things you would do with the money and why? Okay, you can think about this for a few seconds. So everybody, I'm going to ask you all the same question. Okay, if you won $1 million, what are 3 things you would do with this money and why? Okay, try me, please. Try me.
Trà My ơi.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Can you answer the question, please, try me?
If I was $1 million, I would share my money to my parents and my friends. And second, I would like to buy some my favorite thing, like clothes, and
Okay, that's 2. Good. One more.
the last is
Xây trường học giúp đỡ trẻ em nghèo, vân vân, kiểu thế.
I would donate my money to to volunteer.
Okay, there are 3 very good reasons. Try me. So I'm just going to correct 3 simple things. So the first one, you said you would give, I think you said you would give to my parents.
Give money.
Yeah, so you would say the full sentence. You would say, I would give some money to my parents. I would give some money to my parents. All right. The second
Yes.
thing you said to me was you would buy some my favorite things. What word is missing from that sentence, Trami? You said to me,
Some of.
Correct. Well done. Good. Some of my favorite things. Good. And the last one, you say, I donate my money to who?
To the voluntary.
Okay, I would donate some of my money
Yes.
to what is a better way of saying voluntary?
Organization.
Yeah, a voluntary organization. I think a better word in English is charitable organization. Do you know this word? Charitable organization.
Yes, I know this.
Okay, so that is a better way to say the sentence. So I would donate some of my money to a charitable organization. Is better than voluntary.
Yes.
Voluntary is okay, but charitable is better for the sentence. Okay, well done, Trami. Good. Okay, knock 2. If I won $1 million, I would what?
I would make that money bigger. So with bigger money, I can share my money with. I can share money for who really need that money, and I would buy everything I want. So, I'm finished.
Okay. What do you mean you say I would make that money bigger? What does that mean?
If that I will make, I will earn. No, and it's not earn. For
Not
me,
sure what. Yeah, keep going. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I would make that money bigger. So you would make the $1 million bigger? Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I think $1 million is not enough. I want more.
Okay, I understand. So what you would say is I would grow that money.
Yes, I
Is the
grow
word.
that money. Yes.
Yeah, I would grow that money. Okay, I would grow that money, and you said I would share who really need that.
Mhm.
There is a word missing. I would share who really need that. What word is missing from your sentence? I would share, begins with W.
Say
Share. You said share who really need that.
Chia sẻ.
Actually, there are several words missing. I will tell you. I don't want to spend too long on this. You would share the money with. Yeah, share the money with people who really need it. I would share the money with is what you are missing. Okay, thank you, Noctu. That's good. Okay, so you would grow the money rather than make the money bigger. Doesn't quite make sense. I would grow the money. Thank you. Okay, Duknia. If I won $1 million, I would.
If I won $1 million, I would share it to my family and probably spend the rest of the money for myself because I'm a big spender. I can't keep big money in my account or something, so I will share it to my family and spend the rest.
Okay, so two things. You said to me, I would share the money to my family. To is not the correct preposition.
Family.
Correct. Correct. Okay, share the money with my family. That was the same one for you too, by the way, Trami. Okay, you use to instead of with. Need to use with. I would share the money with my family, not to. Okay, thank you, Trami. Okay, Duknia, so I would share the money with my family, and you said I would keep big money.
I cannot keep big money in my account.
Okay, I cannot keep a lot of money in my account. I cannot keep a lot of money in my account because I am a big spender. Is that right?
Yeah.
You are a big spender.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's fine, Duknia. That's good. So that's better English. All right, Feng Ni.
Yeah.
If I won $1 million, I would.
If I won $1 million, I would give money for voluntary. Second, I would share that money with my family, and finally, I would use money for travel.
Okay. So two things to correct, all good reasons, by the way, Feng Ni. Okay, remember everyone, there are no wrong answers to this. I just want to hear your English. So you can give me whatever reason you're right. Okay, so you said to me, you would give money with family. Okay. What should the preposition be? Not with, but I would give money.
I said I would share my money with my family.
That is correct. Yeah, I would share my money with my family is correct. I think you said you would give money with family first. So you are correct. I would share money with family. And you said, I use money. You said the phrase, I use money. Okay, what word should go between use and money? More word. Sorry, Feng Ni?
I would use I don't know. I have no.
Oh, you're right. Say it again. Say it again, please. I would use
the money.
Yes. Yeah. The first time you didn't say that. Okay. Remember to say that. I would use the money is correct. That's good, Feng Ni. Thank you. Okay. Jialin.
Yes.
Okay, Jialing. If I won $1 million, I would.
If I won $1 million, firstly, I will take some money to donate to the poor. Secondly, I would travel with my family because I'm a person who loves to explore and travel everywhere. And last one, I would share some with my dad, my brother, my mom, so they can buy things they like.
Wow, that's great English, Darlin. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Very good. Well done. So the only thing I didn't hear was the first reason. You said you would take some money to donate where?
To the poor.
To the?
To the poor.
Oh, to the poor. Okay, I would take some money to donate to the poor. Okay, good reasons and excellent English, Darlin. Perfect. Very good. Bao Lin. If I won $1 million, I would.
First, I would share it with my family. Then I will save it for buy anything I like. Then I will make a donation to help homeless people and give it to the orphanage.
Okay, so remember, you would probably say I would rather than I will. Okay, I would. All right, for your second reason, and the last one you said was I would make donation to the orphanage. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so what word is missing between make and donation? I would make donation. I would make
a
yeah. What little word is missing? What little word is missing, Balin?
I think it's missing an A.
Yes, I would make a donation. I would make a donation. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Balin. The rest was correct. Okay, Anji, welcome to class, Anji.
Yes, hello, teacher.
Good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Very nice to see you. Now, Anji, if I won $1 million, I would what?
If I won $1 million, I would send it to the bank to have some interest rate, and I will share it to my family too. And the rest money, I will use it to open a restaurant.
Okay, very good. Okay, so instead of saying share it to my family, what should you change the preposition to?
With?
Yes, correct. I share with my family. Okay, so you give money, you can give money to your family, or you can share money with your family. Okay, that was good, everybody. Well done. So good reasons, and your English, okay, was pretty good. So the main thing I corrected was just the use of some of those prepositions like with and to, and please remember to use the articles a and the, a and the. Okay. So time for today's test. All right, everybody. This one is correct mistakes. Correct the mistakes. The paragraph below contains 8 errors. Remember, errors and mistakes are synonyms. Okay, so edit the text by finding and correcting the mistakes. So what I have done, as you can see here, is I have put here how many mistakes there are in the previous sentence. So for example, in sentence number 1, there are 2 mistakes. In sentence number 2, there's 1 mistake. Sentence number 3, there are 2 mistakes, and so on. So I'm going to, because I want to spend more time writing in today's class, I'm going to ask you to do just one of these each. So, Trami.
Yes.
Can you read the first sentence for me, please? Just read the first sentence as it is, please.
Yes, the effects to employees of working long hours can be very serious, especially over a scale of time.
Okay, Trami, what is mistake number 1? Can you see mistake number 1?
I think it's the effects to is changed to the effect on.
Correct. Well done, Trami. Okay, so everyone, the first mistake is this to, okay, should be on. The effects on employees. Effects on employees. Often you will hear me talk about, I'm sure I've said this before, collocations or clumps of words. Words that often go together in English. And it is good to remember these patterns. So effects is most often followed by on, effects on, not effects to. So if you see the word effects, you know it's going to be followed by on, effects on something. Okay. Knock 2.
Yes.
What is mistake number 2 in this sentence? Okay, so the first one is here. What is mistake number 2? Can you tell me?
I'm not sure, but can be very. Teacher.
Yes, can you guess?
Can be very serious.
No, can be very serious. Okay, I'll give you a clue. It is another collocation or clump of words that is not quite correct. Okay, Duknia.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me what mistake number 2 is? In this first sentence, there is another collocation that is not quite correct. Can you guess or not?
I can't.
Okay, Baolin.
Don't have any idea.
Sorry, Baolin, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the mistake.
Okay, you can't see the mistake. Feng Ni.
I can't see the mistake.
Okay, that's fine. Jialing.
I can't see the mistake.
Okay, and last one, Anju.
I think I should delete the off.
Sorry, Anju.
Delete the off. I think so.
I can't quite hear you. Sorry, can you say it again, please?
I think delete the off. On work long hours.
Work long hours? No. Okay, so everyone, so the mistake I said is a collocation. Good try. It is this, okay? This here. Scale of time is not the correct collocation or group of words. Can anyone tell me what this word should be? Okay, not scale of time. It should be something else. This word should be something else. Can anyone tell me? Trami, it begins with P. Trami.
Is period of time.
Correct. Thank you, Trami. Okay, the correct collocation, everyone, is period of time. Okay, those 3 words often go together. A period of time, not a scale of time. Okay, thank you, Trami. Knock 2.
Yes.
Okay, can you read the second sentence for me, please? Just read the whole sentence.
Business need to look at whether they working or practicing in crop overwork.
Okay, so not okay. Just be careful of the S's on the ends of words. Okay, knock 2. So this one is businesses, businesses. All right, and this one is practices, practices. Has the extra S on the end. Okay, knock 2. Can you tell me what the mistake is in this sentence? Just one mistake.
They working.
I'll give you a clue, actually. It is a spelling mistake. A spelling mistake.
Spelling mistake.
Yeah, there's a spelling mistake in here. Okay, Duknia.
Yes.
There is a spelling mistake in this sentence.
In the first sentence,
In the second sentence.
business?
No,
No.
no. Businesses is okay. Bao Lin.
I think is maybe change the word wither to what they working.
No, it is. Remember, there is a spelling mistake. So I've given you a clue. So not that, Bao Lin. Feng Ni.
Has no idea.
Okay. Jia Ling.
I think maybe is overwork.
No, not overwork. Anju.
And maybe it is practice.
Yes. Yet that is the right word. What should it be?
I think it's practice.
Correct, Anji. Very good. Okay, everyone. So this word here is misspelt. Okay, should be with a C. Should be with a C. Okay. Where am I up to? Trami, we are back to you again. Trami.
Yes,
Okay, can you read sentence number 3, please?
we should consider the impact of long working times on health and for family life.
Okay, 2 mistakes in this.
I think it's the impact of.
The impact of. I think we should consider the impact of. I think that is okay, Trami. What would you change it to? What would you change it to?
Impact on.
Impact on. No, the on is in the correct place. Okay, so it is not that. Okay. Knock 2. Any idea?
No.
Okay. Duknia. Any idea? Hello, Duknia.
I don't know.
Okay. This one is a little bit hard. Okay, this one is a little bit hard. Again, it is a collocation. Bao Lin.
I don't have any idea.
Okay. Feng Ni, I'll give you a clue. It is, the collocation is to do with this. Okay.
I think wrong. What in here is time.
Okay. Times is incorrect. Song Ni. Okay. Do you know what this word should be to make this a correct collocation? Long working times.
I think
Not
it's
time.
hour.
Correct. Well done, Feng Ni. Yes, that is the correct collocation. Well done. Okay, everyone. So it is long working hours. Long working hours is the correct collocations. Thank you, Feng Ni. Jialing.
Yes.
Okay, what is mistake number 2 in this sentence?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anji.
I think it's
to do with this word.
I think replace it with on.
Correct. Thank you, Anji. Okay, so everyone, and on family life. So the correct preposition here should be on. Okay, so the mistakes in this one are long working hours is the correct collocation or group of words. Long working hours, not working times. Okay, and this should be and on family health. Okay, Trami, back to you.
Yes.
Okay, can you read the sentence, please, Trami?
Children whose parents are at work most of the times really miss out.
Okay, one mistake in the sentence, Trami. What is it?
I think it's miss out.
No, not miss out. Knock 2. Knock 2. Hello, knock 2.
Yes.
Can you see a mistake? This is this is a simple mistake, this one, but maybe a little bit hard to see, but it's a simple one. Any idea?
No,
Okay, I'll go quickly. Duknia.
Or I think it's children without S.
No, children is okay.
Oh wait, okay, wait.
Okay, so children's doesn't need an S. Children is already plural. It's one of those words that is already plural, so it doesn't need an S. Okay, Baolin. Baolin.
I think it's really.
Sorry, which word?
I think it's the word really.
No, not really. Really is correct. Phung Ni. Phung Ni.
I think it's time.
Aha, Phung Ni. Sorry, so what should this word be?
I think it's time without S because time
Correct. Yes.
is unknowable now.
Good. Very good, Phung Ni. Correct. And good reason too. Okay. Children whose parents are at work most of the time. Okay. Doesn't need the S. All right. Really miss out. So children whose parents are at work most of the time. Okay. In this sort of sentence, the time never has an S. Okay. Thank you, Phung Ni. Jia Ling.
Yes.
Okay. Can you read the next sentence, please? Read the whole sentence.
Yeah, where parents have a very little free time to spend with their family, children often develop problems with their behaviors and get into bad habits.
Okay, Jia Ling, this one is very easy. What is the one mistake?
One mistake?
Yeah, in this sentence, there is one mistake. Very easy. Could be easy. Any idea, Jia Ling?
I think is a little time.
No, that is correct. That is correct. Very little free time is correct. Anji.
I think it's when.
Sorry, it is
When.
when. No, that is correct. Okay. Where parents. Okay. Where parents is correct. Okay. It could be, but that is good, Anji. Actually, this could also be when. Okay. It could be, but either word is correct in this case, Anji. So it could either be where parents or when parents. Okay. But that is a good suggestion, Anji. Trami.
Yes,
Okay. What is the mistake?
I think it's behavior.
Correct. What is wrong with behavior?
The ANH.
Should be the other way around, is how you say it. Should be the
Yes.
other way around. Okay, everyone. So the mistake here is behaviors is not spelt correctly. Okay, it should have the H, should be here, not here. Very simple one. Okay. And one more sentence, not two.
Yes.
Okay, can you read the sentence, please, first, not two?
It is easy for children to get out of control because their busy parents leave very little influence on them.
Okay, thank you, Noctu. One mistake in this sentence, one mistake. Do you know what it is, Noctu? Not a spelling mistake this time, by the way. Not a spelling mistake. All the words are spelled correctly. Any idea, Noctu, or not? Not sure.
No.
Okay, Duknia. Duknia.
The thing is in the word behavior.
No, we are looking at this sentence. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Easy.
This sentence, you are right. This was the last sentence, but that word is that word is misspelled. But we are looking at this sentence. Okay, Baolin.
Maybe it's to get out.
No, that is correct. It is very easy for children to get out of control, is correct. Phung Ni.
I can find the mistake.
Okay. Jia Ling.
I think is get out.
That is, no, that is okay. That is fine. Anji,
It is influence.
no, influence is okay. Influence is okay. Who haven't I out? Try me. You are the last one. Try me.
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Knock two. Knock two.
Yes, I'm
Hello,
here.
knock two.
I'm here.
Okay. So the mistake is with this word, everyone, because their busy parents leave very little influence them. Do you know what this word should be instead? So leave is incorrect. Do you know what the correct word should be?
Get out. Get out.
No, this word here, I need to replace just one word. Okay, Duknia. Duknia.
Yeah.
Okay, this word here, okay, is wrong. Do you know what the correct word should be?
Leaving or
No,
no.
no. Okay, Baolin. Baolin.
It's change to living.
Sorry, Baolin.
Maybe it's change to living.
Not leaving. Their busy parents leaving very little influence on them. That doesn't make sense. Sorry. Fung Ni.
I have no idea.
Hey, Jia Ling.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, Anji.
I have no idea.
Okay, Prami.
I think it's have very little influence.
Is correct. Thank you, Trami. Okay, it is easy for children to get out of control because their busy parents have very little influence on them. So the correct word should be have. Okay, thank you everyone for doing the exercise. Are there any questions about any of that? I'll just very quickly go through it again for all of you. The effects to employees of working long hours, okay, can be very serious, especially over a period of time. So the collocation is period of time, and this too here should be an on, the effects on employees, period of time. Businesses need to look at whether their working practices is misspelt, okay? Practices should have a C. We consider the impact of long working hours. Long working hours is the collocation, and on family life, on family life. Children whose parents are at work most of the times really miss out, okay? Times doesn't have an S. Most of the time is the collocation. All right, behaviors is obviously misspelt. The H should be here. And the last one is busy parents have very little influence on them. So those are all the mistakes. All right. So we're going to be doing some more writing in a moment. But first of all, I'm just going to share this with you, which I think I've shown you before. So this is how to describe a bar chart. All right. So remember last week we worked on the paraphrase. So Duknia.
Yes.
Okay. So can you read the first sentence for me, please?
Once introduction, paraphrase the title in no more than 2 sentences. You don't need to paraphrase every word.
Okay, good reading. Thank you, Duknia. Okay, so as I say, last week we did the paraphrase, and you should paraphrase the title in no more than 2 sentences. All right, so you can see the paraphrase that's been done here. Okay, the chart below shows the expenditure of 2 countries on consumer goods in 2010. Here's the paraphrase I've done for you. The chart illustrates Okay, the amount of money. Okay, expenditure, I've turned into amount of money spent on 5 consumer goods. And I've listed the computer goods, which, as you can see here, are on the y-axis. All right, measured in pounds sterling. All right, where did I get pounds sterling from? It was here. Okay, so this is my paraphrase of the title. All right, so the paraphrase should for you be the easiest part of task 1. All right, because all you have to do is say what this is just using different words. All right, so that should be the easiest part. Okay, we're on to the overview. Bao Lin.
Yeah.
Okay, can you read this sentence for me, please?
Overview. There is a most important paragraph in chapter 1. Summarize the key feature. If you don't have an overview, you won't get above 10 score 5.
Okay, thank you. Can you please say this word, Bao Lin? What is this word?
Feature.
Features, correct, features. Okay, thank you. Remember, if you don't have an overview, you won't get a score above 5. All right, doesn't matter how good the rest of your essay is, you must have an overview, and it should be a paragraph by itself. Even if the overview is only 1 sentence long, please remember just to write it as a single paragraph by itself. So you remember your first paragraph is the introduction, only 2 sentences. The second paragraph is the overview. So the overview looks at the key features or the main features describing the high points and low points on the chart. For example, Feng Ni. Okay, Feng Ni, what have I written here?
Which country spend more money?
Okay, that is the first thing you should look at. So looking at the graph, Feng Ni, which country spent more money?
The country spend more money is UK.
Right, how do you know that?
Because the orange line is higher
Yes.
than blue line.
Good English too, Feng Ni. The orange line or the orange bar, okay, is higher, okay, than the one for France. So that's good, Feng Ni. Okay, Jia Ling.
Yes.
Okay, what is this? Please read the second sentence here for me, Jia Ling.
Which category was highest overall?
And what is the answer? Which category is highest overall?
Is
Sorry, Jia Ling?
The highest?
Yeah, which category?
And
Okay.
it's cars.
Correct. Okay, so the word category means a group of things.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you can see here, these are 5 different categories: cars, computers, books, perfume, and cameras. And you can see cars is the highest category overall for both countries. Thank you, Jia Ling. Anji.
Just
Okay, please read this sentence for me, Anji.
the key features describe the high point and low point.
Sorry, from here. Sorry, Anji, where the pointer is.
Okay. So I'm sorry. Where was the least money spent?
Correct. Okay. Where was the least money spent? Which category? Which category?
Perfume.
Correct. Okay. Perfume, everyone. The perfume category. Remember, category means a group of things. This is a group of things. The perfume category shows the least money spent. And remember, least is the opposite of most. Least is the opposite. Okay, thank you, Jia Ling. Trami.
Yes.
Okay, Trami, can you read this next sentence, please? From here.
Where you need to highlight two to 4 key features.
Yeah, keep going, please.
Start overview with the word like overall, or it can be clearly seen that. Look for the story the graph is telling you.
Good, thank you, Trami. Okay, so the key points from this, the overview is the most important paragraph, okay, because this is where you describe the key features, such as the high points and low points on the chart. So on this chart, the key features are which country spent the most money, all right, and you can see, looking at the chart, the UK spent the most money. The orange bar is higher than the blue bar in most cases, all right? Which category had the highest expenditure? You can see it's cars. Which category had the lowest or least expenditure? You can see it's perfume. Okay, so remember, you have to highlight 2 to 4 key features from the graph as your overview. All right. Any questions about that? Anyone not understand? Okay. What you're going to do now is write for me. And you're going to write okay, remember our friend, the coffee tea graph. All right, so you're now going to write for me an overview of this graph. Knock two.
Yes.
How many key features are we looking for in the overview? How many key features?
What key feature meaning?
Remember, the key features means the highlights of the graph. Okay, this is what I've been talking about for the last few minutes.
Oh,
How many? How many did I say before? How many key features do you need to look for?
3.
Maybe 3, at least 2, okay? 2 to 4. 2 to 4 key features. That's what you are looking at for the overview. 2 to 4 key features. So you can see last week you all did the paraphrase paragraph, all right, where you paraphrased what the graph was about. So this time you're now going to do an overview paragraph. So I want the 2 to 4 key features of this graph. So I'm going to share this with you now. I'm going to share the link with you now so you can all write on the graph. So same as last week, please, can you please write your name before you do your paraphrase? Sorry, your overview, so I can tell who did it. Okay, so if you click on the link that you can see in the chat box, you should be able to write on the document. Okay, everyone, so I will give you 5 minutes to do this. G. Hello, Angie.
Duy ơi. Duy. Okay.
Okay, gone away
Yes.
for a moment. Okay, Angie. Okay, can you click on the link and write on the document? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you can. Good. All right. So I will close the chat box. So again, everyone, please write your name like you did last week. And then please write your overview. So again, remember, this is the most important paragraph of task 1, because this is where you need to show the highlights of the graph. And you start your paraphrase with a word such as overall, Or the other phrase I showed you. Was the weather in Hanoi today, Mrs. Ha?
Can you repeat?
How is the weather in Hanoi
the
today?
weather today is pretty good, about 19 to 20 degrees.
Oh, good. Not too cold.
Yes, not too cold.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So while they are, while I'm giving them 5 minutes to write, Mrs. Ha, do you remember I told you last week about the case with the baby in New Zealand in the
Yes.
hospital?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay, so yes, so the baby has had an operation, but a former colleague of mine,
Yes.
someone I used to work with a long time ago, about 20 years ago,
Mm.
and I don't know her well. She has become the spokesperson for the family.
Oh, really?
She talks to all the media on their behalf. She talks for them, and she has gone really crazy.
Yes, I
Don't
understand.
remember. Yeah, she is. Yeah, for example, she is saying she has gone onto American TV to tell everyone that the government here is poisoning the baby by giving it blood from vaccinated people. So she's saying that, and she's also saying she has really gone crazy. She's saying that the Prime Minister is trying to have her killed.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, how crazy she is.
Yeah, saying the Prime Minister, and she says every time I go outside, I look at my car to see if there's a bomb in it,
Oh,
because the Prime Minister is trying to kill me.
maybe she has something in her brain.
I think so. I think so.
Maybe.
And I like I say, I know this woman, but not very well. She was a colleague about 20 years ago. She wasn't crazy then, but I think she's gone crazy now.
Oh, yeah.
So she's going on TV just saying these really outrageous things, like the Prime Minister is trying to murder me.
Yes.
Because I know the truth.
What do you think that's is she working now? Or she retired?
No, I don't know what she's doing. I haven't seen her for 20 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
But suddenly she just turned up on the media, being the spokesperson for this family, and saying that the government is trying to poison everyone with the vaccine, and that the Prime Minister is trying to kill her. She's just gone mad. She's really mad.
But yeah, but it's really funny things for everyone.
Very funny. Yeah, most people are laughing about this. She's crazy.
Yes,
Just crazy. And yes, and looking for the bomb in her car.
maybe she might have her brains operated.
I think so. Something's happened to her brain.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, just another few minutes.
Yeah, really crazy.
Yeah, really crazy. Yeah. So remember, everyone, we are looking for the main features of the graph. So which is highest, which is lowest, which is the most, which is the least? Okay, so Noktu and Trami, you've all started your overview correctly. Okay, overall, it can be clearly seen that, okay, is the perfect way to start this. And very easy to remember. Any overview you do for any of these exercises, you start it the same way. Overall, it can be clearly seen that. All right, I'll give you another few minutes to finish this because I want you to finish if you can, so I can correct your writing. If this was an exam, okay, you would have 20 minutes to do this exercise, 20 minutes to do the entire exercise. So you would have about 5 minutes to write this paragraph. Five minutes at the most. And if anyone has finished, please let me know. Start to correct your work. So, Mrs. Ha,
I'm here.
yeah, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
Oh, I never thought of. I have never thought of that.
What? Because you don't have $1 million? No. Okay. If you won $1 million, I was just trying to think when I was talking to the students, what would I do with it? The students gave some very good answers. So would I give some to my family? They were all saying I would give some to my family or I would share some with my family. I'm thinking, maybe. I'm not sure if family deserve any money. For example, especially my brother in Thailand. I wouldn't give him any money. He doesn't deserve it.
Yes, okay. It's depend,
Yeah, it depends. That's right.
But maybe in Vietnam, it's like our cultures. They
it is your custom. You would have to give some money to your family.
not have to, but people often take care of each other well. But I think better than Westerners.
Of course,
Yes,
of course.
Something like that. So
yes.
So I could hear all of our students. They often talk that they would share the money with their family.
The family, yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe I would give it to some in my family, but not to everyone because they don't deserve it. And also the students said they would give some money to some charity or charitable organization. Yeah, which is a good idea. It is a nice idea.
Yes.
Give some money to charity. And I think if I have the money left over, I would spend it on travel would be good.
Yes.
To travel. I don't think Interesting. I don't think anyone said they would buy a car. I don't think so. I
Yeah.
thought they might say I would buy a car or I'd buy a new motorcycle.
Yes, because maybe they didn't think about that, you know.
Right.
And
They're too young to think of that.
oh, because it was very big money.
Hmm.
Yeah, very big money and a lot of
Yes.
money. So it's
Oh.
not difficult to buy a car. It makes sense.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yes.
But $1 million, you can buy a car for $1 million, of course.
Yes. Only a little money of that. You could buy a car.
A car, yeah, of
So
course.
that's why they didn't talk about that.
Right. And they also didn't mention they would buy a house.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I think so, because maybe they are too young. They are too young.
Yeah, too young. Yeah, too young to think about buying a house.
Yeah, car and house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is, yeah, of course, is what older people think about, of course.
And one more thing, because here people often own their own house, so maybe it's not very important for them to think about that. They are
Oh, really?
now
Really?
they are living with their parents.
Of
and
course.
our customs and like
Okay. But
yeah.
what happens when they get married?
For example, for men, they often, after getting married, maybe it's the man and his wife will living with their parents.
Mm.
In the same house, you know.
Okay. So they will live with the parents.
Yes, so they don't have to think about buying a new house for
Oh,
themselves.
really? So this is quite common, is it?
Yes,
In Vietnam.
quite common. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
So you don't, yeah.
Many people from other provinces, when they settle down here, they need to, of course, they must think of buying house for themselves.
Right.
People don't like to rent house.
Right.
Because it costs a lot of money and affected to their life a lot. So
Yes.
everyone try to buy house for themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think of course, in Western countries, it's slightly different.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
Of course, because when people get married, they don't want to live with their parents. Okay, they want to live in their own house.
Nowadays, this situation is trending in
Mm.
Vietnam, especially especially in big cities like Ho Chi Minh
Yes.
or Hanoi, something like that, and
Yes.
they don't want to live with their parents.
Mm.
Yes. So, but some rich families, they can buy another house for their son.
Right.
But
Right.
women don't need to think about like buying a house.
Right. Oh, really? So it's just usually for the husband. The husband should find a house.
So now you can understand why the people like son is like a chatters, like a precious, and a chatters for families, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
I understand.
Mhm.
I understand. Interesting. There was a story. 1 minute, everybody, by the way, 1 more minute, and we will start. There was a story the other day saying, I think the government is worried that I think in 15 years,
Mhm.
they're worried that old people, not enough old people will own their own house.
Oh.
Maybe something like they think 60% of old people, that is people over the age of 65, will
Mm.
not own their own house. And that is a big problem for them, of course, because by then many of them have retired, and so they're not getting any money to pay rent.
Yes.
And so how are they going to live?
Mm-hmm. Go to elderly house.
Yeah, that's right, because they, of course, they get the pension from the government, but
Yeah.
because the price of rent is getting so high now,
Mhm.
that all the pension will go into paying the rent, and they will have no money left for anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is a problem. I think that it's the same for many Western countries as well, because the price of houses costs so much that
Yeah.
people now can't afford to buy a house, especially people who are not married.
Mhm. Oh,
Maybe people who are married, and then they usually have both the husband and wife working,
oh,
and they can afford to buy a house. But if you don't marry anyone,
yeah, I
then
understand.
you only have one income. How can you afford to buy a house by yourself? Very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, I will start looking at everyone's work. Okay, knock 2, I see you are not finished yet. Please keep going. Trami.
Yes,
Okay, Trami, are you finished?
yes, I have finished.
Okay, good. Please read for me.
Overall, it can be clearly seen that more than half of the population in all cities going to a coffee shop to have coffee and tea was the most common preference in last 4 weeks, except in Adelaide. The most common place which bought fresh coffee was Sydney, about 43%, and the less common was Brisbane, about 33%. Same to where bought instant coffee. The highest number of residents buying was Hobart. Opposite from Hobart was Sydney, where was the least common place of buying instant coffee.
Okay, so Trami, that is a very good summary of the highlights of the graph. Okay, so you have the right idea. But I do need to correct some of your grammar and vocabulary. Okay, more than half the population in all cities going to a coffee shop. Okay, so you need in here, and I will correct it for you, Trami, because we will run out of time otherwise if I ask you. So here should be in, okay? You need to say in. It can be clearly seen that in more, so you need the word in there, that preposition, okay? In more than half the population, this should be of, okay? You need to have some punctuation here for the sentence to make sense, Trami. So I need a comma here, okay? Because it is a separate phrase. Going to a coffee shop to have coffee and tea was the most common preference. Okay. I would take out in the last 4 weeks, Trami, okay? You don't need it. Okay, your comma there is correct, except in Adelaide. Overall, it can be clearly, and of course, clearly you have misspelled. You need an L. That in more than half of the population of all cities, going to a coffee shop was the most common preference in Adelaide. The most common place which bought fresh coffee, okay, that is not quite correct, Trami, because the city didn't buy the coffee, okay? Sydney didn't buy the coffee, the people did, all right? But this makes it sound like it was Sydney that bought the coffee, all right? The way you have this sentence. Okay. So you would say something like, the most popular place for buying fresh coffee was Sydney, about 43%, okay? And the least, again, you would change this to popular. It is correct, is more correct than common. Okay, same to where bought. Okay, so this doesn't make sense, Trami. So it needs to be okay. Do you know the word consumption, Trami? Have you heard this word before?
Yes.
Okay, so this is where you use this word, okay? Consumption, for everybody who's not sure, consumption means to use or eat or drink something. You consume something. Okay, consumption is the noun. The highest consumption So you will notice, Trami, that I am making your sentences more simple. All right. So for these sorts of essays, the simpler, the better. That doesn't mean you don't use formal or academic words. Please use formal or academic words, but you keep your sentence construction simple. So you can see I've taken out several of the words you don't need because consumption takes the place of 3 or 4 words. So for instant coffee, the highest consumption was in Brisbane. And here you would say the opposite of okay, not where, Trami, but can you tell me what this word should be? Not where, but another WH word, Trami.
Which?
Correct. We're good. The opposite of Hobart was Sydney, which was the least common place to buy instant coffee. Okay, Trami, any questions about my corrections?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so like I say, you correctly identified, okay, the highlights of the graph, Trami. So I've just changed your vocabulary. And the main change I have done, apart from correcting some wrong words, was to make it simpler. Okay. Fung Ni, have you finished?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, can you read for me, please, Fung Ni?
Overall, it can be clearly seen that going to coffee shop and tea is very popular activity in Australia. The residents of cities going to coffee shop and tea the most were Hobart and Melbourne. The residents of city going to coffee shop and tea the least were Adelaide and Brisbane. Sydney and Melbourne had the same number of people bought fresh coffee and went to coffee shop or tea in last 4 weeks.
Okay, so that's good, Fung Ni. Again, you have identified the highlights of the bar graphs. Okay, I just need to change some of your language. All right. Overall, it can be clearly seen that going to a coffee shop, what actually was it? Yeah, going to a cafe. You should really probably use the word cafe. Okay, Fung Ni? Okay, going to a cafe for coffee and tea is a small word missing here. Fung Ni, what is it? Here.
I have no idea.
Okay, it is an article, Fung Ni. You know what an article is? Which one? Do you know, Fung Ni?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, this one. Okay, is a very popular activity in Australia. Okay, so here you really need a full stop, okay, a new sentence. The residents of cities going to, okay, what word do we use instead of this, Phung Ni?
Oh, cafe.
Correct, thank you. Okay, what word goes before cafe, Phung Ni? What article?
Oh, cafe.
Correct, thank you. This is good, Phung Ni, you are learning, it's good. Okay, you've already talked about going to a cafe for coffee and tea, so you don't need to repeat it here. Okay, you already talked about that in the previous sentence. Okay, so I can take this out. Remember, I'm trying to keep your sentences simple. All right, keep them simple. The residents of cities going to a cafe the most were, and there's another preposition needed here, were in Melbourne and Hobart. All right, if you are going to make this one sentence, okay, you need a linking word here. All right. Okay, which begins with WH. Can you tell me what the linking word should be, Phung Ni?
Which? Why?
Correct, while. The residents of cities going to a cafe, the least were, okay, what preposition goes here, Phung Ni?
In.
Correct. That's good, Phung Ni. You are learning, good. Sydney and Melbourne had the same number of people. Okay, in this case, bought is not correct. Okay, so you can see the correction here. People who bought fresh coffee. And went to where, Phung Ni?
Went to a cafe.
Correct. Okay, what article is missing here?
In the
Phung Ni?
last.
Correct. Okay. All right, does those corrections make sense, Phung Ni?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, no, you are welcome. As long as you understand why I've made those corrections. So again, for you, you had all the highlights correct. Again, just some of your sentences need to be a little bit more simpler, and I just corrected some of the grammar. And of course, a coffee and tea shop is called a cafe. Okay, don't need to say coffee and tea shop. All right. Bao Lin.
Yes.
Okay, Bao Lin, can you read your overview, please?
It can be clearly seen that going to a cafe for coffee or tea in the last 4 weeks has the highest purchase amount in Australia, especially in Hobart and Melbourne, and the list were Brisbane and Adelaide. Hobart was the most common place buying instant coffee in the last 4 weeks, and the least common purchasing was Sydney. Although Sydney didn't have a high number in buying instant coffee, Sydney has the highest purchase amount in buying fresh coffee among 5 cities in Australia.
Okay, so again, you have read the graph correctly, Bauman. That is good. But I just need to change some of your English a bit. So I'm going to make it a little bit simpler. All right. Can be clearly seen. So you started off this is correct. Clearly seen that going to a cafe for coffee and tea, again, you don't need to say in the last 4 weeks. All right. You don't need to say that, I think. To have it there is not wrong, but you don't need to say it. And remember, you only have 5 minutes in the test to do this. So in some ways, the less words you can write for this part, the better. Save you a little bit of time. Clear to be seen that going to a cafe for coffee and tea, okay. Instead of saying had the highest purchase amount, okay, in Australia, which doesn't quite make sense, going to use this phrase, Balin. I use was, okay, because it's past tense, of course. Okay, that means I can take all this out, all right? Okay, it can be clearly seen going to a cafe for coffee and tea or tea was the most popular in Hobart and Melbourne. All right, now that sentence, A is more elegant and it's also more simple, okay? It's easier to read. Okay, not using the word and, what is a better linking word beginning with WH? Balin?
Where? A wood?
No.
A while?
Yes, while. Okay, while the least. Okay, going to a cafe for coffee and tea was the most popular in Hobart and Melbourne, while it was the least. So remember, least and most are opposites. They are the opposite words, most and least. Least popular in Brisbane and Adelaide. Hobart was the most commonplace. Okay, need another preposition in here, begins with F. Can you see what it is, Balin?
Yes.
Okay, so what should the word be? The missing word?
For buying.
Correct, for buying. Instant coffee. Okay, so again, we'll take out in the last 4 weeks, all right? You don't need this. Hobart was the most common place for buying instant coffee, all right? And the least all right? Okay, so purchasing is not the correct word for this sentence. All right, what is another word instead of using place in the sentence? I could use place here, Balin, I could, but I want to show that I understand that my vocabulary is good. So instead of using place, what can I use? All right, what are Hobart, Melbourne, Sydney, and Adelaide? What are they?
They are the city.
Correct. Okay, so the most common what?
The most common city.
Correct. Okay. All right. So instead of using place, I've used city. All right. I've just used another synonyms to show my vocabulary is good. The least common city was Sydney, although Sydney didn't have a high number of, okay. Now, instead of saying people here, all right, I'm going to say this word. What is it, Balin?
Resident.
Correct. Thank you. Okay, and I can take all of these next few words out. I can make this much simpler by just doing this, Balin. Okay, what is the next word? Balin, can you tell me?
Bought the
Sydney bought the
coffee.
bought the what?
Bought the coffee.
Bought the no, it begins with M. Instead of saying highest purchase amount, what is another word I can say? Begins with M.
I don't have any idea.
Okay, now do you
most.
know? Correct. Okay, now I can take all this out. All of this, okay?
Yes.
All of it. Okay, Sydney bought the most fresh coffees among, all right. What article am I missing here?
Among forgot. I forgot.
This.
The 5
Among the 5 cities in Australia. Okay, just remember your articles. Remember and the.
Yeah.
All right, and the.
Mountain.
All right. So although Sydney didn't have a high number of residents buying instant coffee, Sydney bought the most fresh coffee among the 5 cities in Australia. All right. So you can see how I've made your sentence again a bit more simple by taking out a lot of the words that were unnecessary. And I've also corrected the grammar. Any questions, Berlin?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. Who's next? Anji.
Yes.
Okay. Anji, can you please read your overview?
Yes. Overall, it can be clearly seen that the percentage of city residents who went to coffee shops and tea over the past 4 weeks is very favored in Sydney, Melbourne, and Hobart, with 61%, 63%, and 64%. Whilst in Adelaide, it is the least popular, 49%. Hobart also has the highest spending on buying instant coffee, while Sydney has the opposite. It is clear that buying fresh coffee is the most popular in Melbourne, and it is the least trendy in Brisbane.
Okay, very good use of slang word, Anji. Okay, excellent. Trendy. Okay, trendy. That's very good, Anji. I'm glad you used that word. You would get extra mark for that, probably, Anji, for knowing that word. All right. So again, Anji, so your analysis is correct. You have identified the high and low points. Again, I just need to simplify and correct your English a little bit. Okay. What is the name you give to a coffee and tea shop? You don't need to say coffee shops and tea. What do you say? Where do you go to buy coffee, Anji?
In coffee shops.
Yeah, what is one word though? Instead of saying coffee shops and tea, what do you say?
Coffee shop.
Yeah, instead of coffee shop, one word. What does it say here?
Cafe.
Yes, cafe. Okay, a cafe. So remember, we're always trying to be a little, keep it simple. All right. Okay, you don't need to have, okay. Going to a cafe to have coffee and tea. Except in LA. So the rest of that is correct. Okay, the most common preference. Whoops, sorry, I'm correcting the wrong one. Sorry, Anji, you're probably wondering what I was doing there. Okay, instead of saying very favorite, Anji, all right, the best collocation is this. Excuse me. Sydney, Melbourne, and Hobart. Okay, of course, you should have an and in here. All right. There's a word that begins with R and G that should come after figures like this. Do you know what it is?
Rest. I have no idea.
Okay. Respectively. Okay. So that means these figures here correspond to the same cities you have just mentioned. All right. What I mean by that is if you put this word in here respectively, it means people know that 61% was in Sydney, 63% was in Melbourne, and 64% was in Hobart. So it's best to use this word, very common, when you are giving a list of numbers that follow a list of places. Okay, so you use the word respectively. Is most popular in Sydney, Melbourne, and Hobart with 61, 63, and 64% respectively. Right. Whilst in Adelaide, this is good. Whilst is good. It is the least popular. Hobart also has the highest spendings. It's not quite correct. Okay, remember, it's not the city that is spending the money, it is the people, the residents. So you need to say that. Residents of Hobart also okay. What are the next two words? Anji, can you tell me? The next two words I'm going to type. Residents of Hobart also spent what?
Also
Spent, right? That's the first one. Also spent the what?
and the
Begins with M.
most.
Yes. Okay, so you see, I can take all that out. Residents of Hobart also spent the most on buying instant coffee, while Sydney, okay, not has, begins with W.
Grit.
See, this one
Oh.
was the opposite. Residents of Hobart also spent the most on buying instant coffee, while Sydney was the opposite. It's clear that buying French coffee is the most popular in Melbourne, and it is the least trend in Brisbane. The rest of that is correct. Okay, so good, Anji. Okay, you have the right idea. Can you see any questions about the corrections I've made?
No.
Okay, that's good. All right, everyone. Sorry, I haven't been able to get through all the corrections. We will finish this next week, all right, and we will go on to the detailed paragraphs. Okay, so it is lunchtime. I hope you all have something delicious to look forward to for lunch. Thank you for your attention at the lesson today. Knock 2.
Yes.
I hope you feel better soon, all right?
Thank
Okay.
you, teacher.
I hope you feel much better. Bao Lin.
Yes.
Bao Lin, did you buy your motorcycle last week?
Yes. Last week my mom purchased for me a motorcycle.
Wow. Sounds
It's-
very, yeah. Is it fun? Is it fun to ride?
Yes, it looks cool.
Oh, it looks cool. Okay. And it's fun. Is it an electric motorcycle?
Yes. I able to go to school faster.
Oh, sounds great. Sounds like fun to ride. Is it fun to ride?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I just practice it too. So I just go with slow speed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you go slowly first. So you are
Yeah.
practicing slowly. Okay, that's great. When I come to Vietnam, Bao Lin, I look forward to seeing it. Okay. I look forward
thank
to
you.
seeing your electric motorcycle. Sounds fun. Okay, everybody, time for the end of the lesson. So again, Jalin, can I see you, please?
Yes, okay.
Thank you, Jalin. I always like to see you, of course. And you too, Anji. All right. Thank you, Anji. All right. Does anyone have any questions before we finish? So Thank you for your hard work today. So like I say, next week, I will finish looking at your overview paragraphs. I will finish correcting those, and we will go on to looking at how to do the detailed paragraphs. So again, thank you, everyone, and have a happy Sunday and enjoy the rest of your week. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.